Greetings, fellow alchemist. Every dawn presents a profound choice, a crucible moment that shapes the very essence of your next 24 hours. Most journey through life unaware of this potent truth. They simply emerge from slumber, surrender to the digital clamor, and allow the external world to dictate their inner state. But there exists an ancient secret, a lost art that distinguishes the thriving from the merely existing. It's forged in the hallowed silence of your first waking moments. Consider the wisdom of the great Roman emperor and Stoic, Marcus Aurelius, who in his personal meditations penned a stark truth. When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. Yet, this wasn't an invitation to despair, but a powerful act of alchemical preparation. He transmuted potential friction into a blueprint for inner fortitude, not resignation. Science now echoes this ancient insight. Your brain, in those tender moments just after waking, is profoundly malleable. It's a prime crucible. The very first thoughts you entertain literally begin to reforge your neural pathways, engraving the energetic blueprint for the entire day. Tragically, most fritter away this golden alchemical window, scrolling through the echoes of others' anxieties, or plunging headfirst into the chaotic ethers of stress. The ancient Stoic practitioners unearthed a profound, revolutionary truth. You possess the innate ability to program your inner world for profound success, unshakable peace, and robust confidence. This is achieved by speaking 10 potent, reality-grounded declarations to yourself each morning. These are not mere fanciful wishes or saccharine affirmations. They are alchemical truths designed to align your consciousness with the very operating principles of the cosmos. Imagine for a moment waking tomorrow with a genuine, anticipatory excitement for the day, irrespective of any looming challenges. Picture yourself facing criticism, setbacks, and uncertainty with an almost otherworldly calm, a quiet confidence that leaves others wondering about the secret knowledge you possess. The ancient Greeks articulated this supreme state as ataraxia, an unshakable tranquility. It's the profound state of being utterly at peace with your authentic self and your place in the grand tapestry of existence, regardless of the storms that may rage around you. This isn't an inherited gift. It's a sacred architecture, built deliberately. One morning ritual at a time. In the moments to come, you will receive the precise verbal formulas that have empowered generals to conquer, entrepreneurs to forge empires, and everyday individuals to transmute into extraordinary versions of their true selves. Each declaration is a targeted alchemical agent, designed to dissolve specific inner resistances that keep so many trapped. Fear, the illusion of comparison, scattered focus, chaotic emotional reactivity, and the inertia of procrastination. But here's the true distinction. What elevates this above countless fleeting remedies? These principles have been rigorously battle-tested for over 2 millennia. They empowered the minds of ancient Rome. They provided clarity amidst the chaos of world wars. And they will, unequivocally, activate profound change in your life today. The only query that remains is whether you possess the alchemical discipline to embody them. Before we embark on this profound inner transformation, I ask for a small but powerful gesture. Hit that like button, a symbolic declaration that you are ready to reclaim mastery of your mornings. In the comments below, share the primary challenge you face each dawn. Share this sacred knowledge with someone who urgently needs to initiate their own alchemical journey. And subscribe to this channel, for we are forging a legion of alchemists. Individuals who resolutely refuse to simply exist, but choose to create their lives. And crucially, allow no part of this transmission to be skipped. Each truth is a foundational element, building upon the last to complete the grand design. If these insights resonate deep within your core, inscribe your commitment in the comments. I am the alchemist of my morning. I am the architect of my day. 1. I am the alchemist of my emotional state. The very instant you embrace absolute sovereignty over your inner emotional landscape, a profound alchemical shift occurs. This isn't an act of self-blame for external misfortunes, but a powerful reclamation of your innate ability to transmute your response to life's incessant tides. Viktor Frankl, a survivor and psychiatrist who unearthed this truth amidst the unimaginable horrors of the Holocaust, bequeathed us this wisdom. Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. If such profound emotional mastery was possible in a concentration camp, imagine the freedom awaiting you in your daily existence. Most wander through life as emotional vassals, their moods tethered to traffic, weather, external opinions, or the whims of their bank balance. They greet the day by checking their device, allowing digital notifications to calibrate their inner frequency. This is not freedom. This is emotional servitude. When you declare, I am the alchemist of my emotional state, you are issuing a powerful decree of independence. You are proclaiming that your happiness, your tranquility, and your confidence are not commodities for sale to the highest bidder. You are reclaiming stewardship of the one sanctuary that no external force can ever confiscate, your internal response. This doesn't imply the absence of disappointment, frustration, or sorrow. Rather, it signifies the wisdom to recognize these feelings as transient visitors, not permanent residents. You grasp that while the external currents may be beyond your control, the inner ocean remains entirely yours to navigate. The sage Epictetus illuminated this by stating we suffer not from events themselves, but from our judgments about events. Change the judgment, and the suffering begins its transmutation. This morning's alchemical declaration recalibrates your inner compass, directing it away from external emotional dependence and towards an inexhaustible reservoir of inner strength. Begin each day by placing your hand over your heart and speaking these words with unwavering conviction. I am responsible for how today feels. My emotions are my choice. My peace is my decision. Today, I choose strength over weakness, clarity over confusion, and hope over fear. Witness the profound liberation that unfolds when you cease being a mere recipient of circumstance and step into your rightful role as the author of your emotional symphony. You will uncover a dimension of freedom unknown to most. 2. My inner sanctuary remains unassailable without my consent. Your peace of mind is not merely a fortress. It is your sacred inner sanctuary, and you, the sole gatekeeper. Each dawn demands a conscious decision. Who and what is granted passage into your mental temple? Most, regrettably, leave their gates ajar, permitting every critique, anxiety, and discordant thought to march unimpeded, establishing dominion. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, etched this profound truth into his Meditations. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. He understood that authentic power resides not in controlling the external world, but in mastering the internal one. When you declare, my inner sanctuary remains unassailable without my consent, you are forging impenetrable boundaries around your most precious asset. You are proclaiming that your tranquility is not a public thoroughfare, open to any fleeting disturbance. You become the sovereign guardian of your own consciousness. This doesn't imply an absence of feeling or a detachment from humanity. Rather, it cultivates what the Stoics termed the discipline of desire, the alchemical ability to remain centered, anchored, and unperturbed amidst external turbulence. You can acknowledge a hurtful word without allowing it to redefine your day. You can recognize a setback without permitting it to shatter your resolve. The profound secret lies within the sacred pause that infinitesimal chasm between an external event and your internal reaction to it. Within this sacred space, you are imbued with the power of choice. Most react with such velocity that this moment remains undiscovered. Yet, when you cultivate the discipline to locate and inhabit this pause, you unearth your ultimate superpower. Each morning, stand before your reflection and speak directly to your true self. Nothing can disturb my peace without my permission. I am the guardian of my inner world. Today, I choose precisely who and what gains access to my mind. My peace is not a commodity for sale, nor for rent, nor is it open to negotiation. Witness the profound transformation in your presence as you move through the world, realizing that your peace rests entirely within your stewardship. You become unshakable, not because challenges cease, but because you have learned to fiercely protect that which is invaluable. Anchor this truth within your being by dropping this affirmation in the comments. I am the guardian of my inner sanctuary. 3. Today, I channel my energy into what I can influence. The swiftest descent into inner chaos is the futile endeavor to manipulate forces entirely beyond your dominion. Yet, each day, countless souls squander vast reservoirs of precious mental energy fretting over external opinions, atmospheric conditions, global economics, political tides, and 1,000 other variables they can never truly command. The wise Epictetus unveiled the foundational Stoic and alchemical principle. Some things are within our power, while others are not. He meticulously separated all existence into these two distinct realms, what you can control and what you cannot. Master this profound distinction, and you will unlock the mastery of your very existence. What, then, truly lies within your sphere of influence? Your dedicated effort, your chosen attitude, your conscious words, your intentional actions, your mindful reactions, and your deliberate decisions. That is the complete inventory. Everything else, the behaviors of others, the echoes of the past, the uncertainties of the future, natural phenomena, market fluctuations, the whims of your superiors, resides entirely outside your direct influence. Most individuals reverse this sacred order. They expend 80% of their vital mental energy attempting to wrestle with the uncontrollable, while tragically neglecting the potent levers they actually possess. They spiral in worry about next month's hypotheticals, oblivious to the transformative actions available to them today. They agonize over external perceptions, instead of cultivating the inner being they aspire to become. When you rise and declare, "Today, I channel my energy into what I can influence," you are making a profound, strategic alchemical choice to invest your finite mental resources precisely where they can catalyze genuine change. You are choosing efficacy over anxiety, deliberate action over paralyzing worry, potent influence over debilitating helplessness. The Hellenic Stoics employed a powerful visualization, the circles of influence. Envision your life's elements within 3 concentric circles, the innermost containing what you fully control, the middle, what you can partially influence, and the outermost, what remains entirely beyond your control. Your sacred task is to dedicate 90% of your conscious attention to the first circle, a mere 10% to the second, and an absolute 0 to the third. This morning's practice initiates a total alchemical transfiguration. Instead of awakening overwhelmed by the perceived global disarray, you ignite with purpose. Energized by the multitude of realities you can shape within your personal sphere. Instead of feeling disempowered, you feel focused. Scattered anxiety transmutes into piercing clarity. Rise now, stand before your reflection, look yourself in the eye, and affirm with unwavering conviction, "Today, I focus only on what I can control. I will not squander my vital energy on that which lies outside my power. My attention is magnetized to my actions, my devoted effort, and my conscious responses. This is the sacred crucible where my true power resides. 4. My inherent value transcends fleeting outcomes. Your profound worth as an alchemical being holds absolutely no correlation with securing a promotion, winning an argument, or orchestrating a perfect day. Yet the vast majority tether their sense of self-worth to daily performance, much like a volatile roller coaster, soaring with external successes, plummeting with perceived failures. The sagacious Seneca, advisor to emperors and a man of immense wealth, learned this truth through the crucible of extreme adversity. Exiled by Caligula, and later compelled to commit suicide by Nero, he uncovered the undeniable truth that external achievements are ephemeral, but inherent inner worth is eternal. He penned, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginnings," and your true value utterly transcends any singular outcome. Societal programming relentlessly conditions us to calibrate our worth by our output, our financial standing, our relationship status, or our accolades. We awaken, convinced we must prove our inherent value through what we accomplish before the sun sets. This is an exhausting, ultimately self-destructive paradigm, for it renders your core self-esteem contingent upon factors that are partially or entirely beyond your control. When you declare, "My inherent value transcends fleeting outcomes," you are shattering the shackles of the performance trap. You are proclaiming that your profound worth is intrinsic, not something to be earned. You existed as a magnificent essence before today's challenges, and you will continue to exist after today's victories or defeats. Your fundamental essence is not a negotiable commodity, subject to the whims of temporary circumstance. This does not imply a cessation of effort or a disregard for results. Instead, it signifies the alchemical separation of your diligent effort from your core identity. You are empowered to pursue excellence with unwavering dedication, without entangling your self-respect with its attainment. You can experience disappointment from undesired outcomes without being utterly devastated by them. You can celebrate successes without hinging your entire sense of value upon them. The ancient Stoic alchemists understood that authentic confidence emanates from an unwavering knowing of who you are at your core, regardless of what happens on the surface. They termed this preferred indifference, outcomes you might prefer, but which do not and cannot define your profound worth. Securing the desired role is preferred, but its absence does not diminish your inherent value. Each warning imprint this liberating truth upon your soul. My inherent value transcends fleeting outcomes. I am valuable because I exist, not because of what I achieve. Today, I will pour my purest effort into my endeavors, knowing that my worth is not on trial. In success or perceived failure, I remain worthy of love, respect, and inherent dignity. 5. I forge my reality through action, not mere intention. The vast chasm between noble intentions and concrete action is precisely where the grandest dreams dissolve into forgotten echoes. Each morning, countless souls awaken with magnificent blueprints for their day. I'll launch that venture. I'll connect with that friend. I'll initiate that fitness regimen. I'll finally pen that book. Yet by evening, their efforts have amounted to little more than intellectual exercises in planning. Marcus Aurelius, ever the pragmatic philosopher, continually reminded himself, "In the morning, when you rise unwillingly, let this thought be present. I am rising to the work of a human being." He understood intimately that intentions, untethered to action, are merely sophisticated forms of self-deception, elaborate procrastination. The distinction between those who manifest and those who merely contemplate lies not in talent, fortune, or circumstance, but in the unwavering commitment to bridge the gap between thought and deed. While the many are endlessly refining their theoretical designs, the alchemists of life are perfecting their execution. While the masses perpetually await the perfect moment, the true creators are forging that moment through resolute action. When you declare, "I forge my reality through action, not mere intention," you are making a sacred covenant to transmute yourself into an agent of purposeful movement rather than a perpetual architect of preparation. You are choosing to embody the individual who does things imperfectly rather than the one who meticulously plans perfection but never begins. The foundational tenet of Stoic alchemy is crystal clear. Virtue is action. It is insufficient to merely comprehend what is right. You must do what is right. It is not enough to intellectually grasp wisdom. You must embody wisdom. Knowledge, divorced from its application, is little more than trivial entertainment. Your morning declaration initiates what behavioral scientists term an implementation intention, a meticulously defined blueprint that binds your highest aspirations directly to your tangible behavior. Instead of the vague, "I want to exercise," you assert, "I will act on my health goals." Instead of, "I should contact my family," you state, "I will act on my commitment to connection." The very moment you initiate this alchemical shift from intending to acting, everything within your experience begins to reconfigure. You cease being a passive spectator in your own epic and step forth as the central protagonist. You abandon the fruitless wait for permission and begin creating your own potent opportunities. You cease merely hoping for things to improve, and instead, you make them better. Stand now, in this very moment, and make this unwavering commitment. I forge my reality through action, not mere intention. Today, I choose doing over deliberation, progress over paralysis, and creation over mere contemplation. My intentions are but whispers without the roar of my actions. Today, I act.